Hey guys, so this video is about Reset 1800s, mud floods, and the Mersey Tunnel and Liverpool. So in this first photograph, what we're looking at here is, just for clarification purposes, is what the inside of one of these tunnel structures should look like. So yeah, you get the general idea. And they come in all shapes and sizes, as you can see. So, right, the next picture we're going to look at is allegedly the construction of the Mersey Tunnel. Okay, so I think we can all be in 100% agreement that this definitely is not a new build, is it? So, and of real interest to me. Now we know that these are circular structures, and we can see that this goes way back into the distance here, doesn't it? And yet they're clearing this well, it looks like rock from here, um, from this pre-existing structure. Um, Also, we're led to believe. I mean, for all we know, this could be a gang of crisis actors from the 1800s again. But I would very much like to know who did build this original tunnel and what geological event or catalysm or whatever you want to call it caused it to be full of debris and all, needing to be dug out by, later on by people. Um, so yeah, but that's my first picture. So yeah, this is my second picture. This fellow is hard at work on the Mersey Tunnel, cockle picking or something. Um, yeah, so next picture. Yep, just for scale, really. Yep. So, and here's a picture that's not in any way staged at all. Um, and as you can see, there's loads of like nuts and bolts here on the floor. And again, I mean, just for clarification purposes, this clearly isn't any kind of new build. This is ancient, isn't it? And here we go again. Cockle picker extraordinaire. I think it's the same guy actually. He was busy that day. Right. And this is a picture of the inside of Lime Street. Now, if you watch my previous video about the making or the alleged construction of the London Underground, again in this picture, this building here looks really old to me. It looks really weathered, and it doesn't look like they designed this building very well for what it's been utilised for. Because look at this massive arch here, and yet the door is, nearly halfway down. Because obviously people are quite small, so they don't need massive doors like this, do they? And this is more akin on a church, and like I say, looks very weathered and old. And the diameters of this building is amazing, isn't it? I mean, just look at the scale of this. It's quite something. But yeah, no, I think this building's been here for quite some time. So, right, this is a picture of the opening ceremony in July 19th, 1934, I think that says. Yeah, so, and what struck me about this picture, which I thought was interesting, is it really reminds me, from an aerial point of view, of Avebury in Wiltshire. And in Avebury in Wiltshire, you've got two ley lines that meet at two sort of massive stones, and it's a masculine and feminine ley line. And I wondered whether maybe there was some ley lines in Liverpool, and it turns out there are, three major ley lines. So I don't know if they run through this area, but I don't know, it might be a fair assumption to make, especially as within this tunnel you've got the Kingsway and the Queensway, which I thought was quite apt. And you've got these sort of obelisk looking things here as well, haven't you? But yeah, I just thought it was quite interesting. So, and then I found this. Now, this is an architect's drawing, and this fellow is called Mr. Rouse. I think it's James Rouse or Herbert Rouse. We're going to look at him in a minute. And yeah, he designed these amazing like buildings. Here, look at them. I mean, he must be a brilliant architect, mustn't he? Look at these. They are quite something. So I thought I'd look into him. And here he is. This is Mr. Rouse. And he was in with the big boys, Royal Institute of British Architects. And he had a really good career. I mean, my God, he was efficient. He was responsible for loads of stuff. I mean, he was just whacking out major housing projects as if they were nothing. And his diversity, interesting. So we've got Haswell Golf Club, housing schemes in Winston, Lancashire, Indian buildings in Liverpool, housing at Rainhill, Martins Bank head office, Lloyds Bank, additions to the Royal Southern Hospital, and then we've got flats in Camden Street, Birkenhead. So yeah, he was a diverse guy. Queensway Tunnel, Liverpool Tunnel entrances, toll booths, and ventilation building exteriors, 1931 to 34. The Philharmonic Hall, Pilkinson's, College of the Pharmaceutical Society, and the UK Pavilion Empire Exhibition, Glasgow. So, yeah, now when I was reading about him, I found that he had a very keen interest in all things Egypt. And so I thought I'd have a look at one of his buildings. So here it is. And I thought, well, this is interesting. So I'm going to come to this in more detail later, but this is a statue of Mercury, apparently. And then these two charming figures either side. Oh, sorry, I've lost perspective. There and there. Are supposed to represent that the tunnel is open both day and night. And also, while we're here, I just want you to notice just the two-tone effect of this building, because this is going to become apparent in a minute. So get rid of that. No, not just yet. So go back to my pictures. So let's have a look at Mr. Rouse's other architectural works of genius, shall we? So the first one I'm going to show you is the India building. So the first thing I noticed about this building in regards to the whole mud flood scenario is that we've got these very stereotypical dodgy windows here, which just don't make any sense. And what you can't see from this picture is that down here you've got a whole other floor, and again this like dodgy window situation. Now the more I pondered this photo, I thought, and it appeared to me that I think that Mr. Rouse was only responsible for the top half of this building. I think current ground level and previous ground level, which is now below ground, were built by previous civilization, and that Mr. Rouse actually just reconstructed this building and just built on top of a pre-existing structure. So that's my theory. Oh, hold on. So then I found this, which is a picture of the construction. And as I think you may be able to see, this structure here already has a roof on it, and it's just all scaffolded in to keep it in place. And the only actual work that is evidenced as taking place is this work on the top. So I think possibly my suspicion may be correct. Let's have a look at the building next door to this one, shall we? Okay, intriguing. So the building next door, if you look, this has a sort of two for the price of one, two-tone thing going on as well, doesn't it? And that stonework there is very similar to, well, this stonework here, isn't it? So, that's in question. If you look to the left here, oh look, it's that same grey bricky colour again, and I think they may be the remnants of some incredibly badly placed windows, wouldn't you say? So, let's have a look at another one. Oh, this is, yeah, another one of his creations. So again, bless him, although he was in with the big boys of architecture, he needed to improve his work on windows. But yeah, he has a distinct style, doesn't he, of what I would describe as two-tone buildings, like two for the price of one. And I wonder if there's any other buildings in Liverpool that might have the same sort of thing. The Liver buildings. Now here we see stereotypical underground level, and it wouldn't be, would it? Oh, two for the price of one. Okay. So, let's go back to my pictures. Now, I told you he was interested in the Egyptians. So here we go. This is the statue of Mercury. A little bit close, a bit more close. Sorry, that wasn't very good English, was it? close-up for you. Make of that what you will. And here we have a close-up of the statues that are supposed to depict the tunnel being open 24 hours, both day and night. So yeah, I mean, well, they don't look very awake, do they? That's all I'm going to say about that for now. You could probably make a whole documentary just about this aspect of it, I think. So moving on. So again, here we have the opening ceremony of the tunnel. Now, I often wonder about these things, and wonder if there's any hidden agendas to them, or just curiosity really. And I found this close up of what this actually looked like, this bit, um, on the ceremonial day. Shall we have a look? Yes, really. Wow. So, I mean, this is like out of War of the Worlds, isn't it? I mean, can you imagine? You wouldn't want to be the first person going in there, would you? If you were on the honours list, you'd be like, oh no, sorry, I'm really busy that day. I mean, it's like the gates of hell. It's awful. It's horrendous. I'm practically speechless. So, yeah, interesting. So again, make of that what you will. So I have some other pictures of the Liverpool area, which I think show evidence of some sort of geological change in ground level, and that's been literally and metaphorically buried. And so there's a guy actually called Rebel Without Pause that did a video about Birkenhead and Liverpool last night that's well worth a watch. So I'm going to link his video in the description box of mine. And in the meantime, I'm going to put some music on for you whilst you can watch a slide of the pictures that I've put together. And I hope you enjoy my video.